Yes,
We're
sir.
so pumped to be here with you today.
So good.
A little early today. Decided we were just too pumped.
Yeah.
We couldn't wait. So we're
Right.
like, hey, 30 minutes early. Let's hit this. Because I'm like, let's go. Champion Youth.
You're on one right now. What did you drink?
Nothing. That's
Wow.
the crazy thing. I did not have a 5-hour energy or Red Bull. Nelly, do not yell at me tonight. I just got like so hyped and pumped about our podcast in this moment. And the fact that we have a special guest tonight, Andrea, hanging out with us.
Andrea Gatone, welcome
Whoa.
to the Champion Youth Podcast.
Thank
Hey,
you.
just give us a quick intro of yourself.
Oh my goodness. My name's Andrea Gatone. I'm 24 years old and I really love sour gummy worms.
Nice.
So,
I actually like that. That's you've pulled that out before in the past. It's a good one.
yeah,
It's a good
I
one.
mean, it's a classic.
Nice.
Doesn't
At
go
least you're
wrong.
consistent.
Hey,
you know.
yeah, that's it.
Well, Ange, you know what we're doing today?
Do I? Yes.
Well, we are doing a 12-minute podcast
Oh,
12 minutes.
in honor of the GOAT, Tom Brady.
Wow.
Shout out to the Buccaneers who just won the Super Bowl last night.
Wow.
This is Monday right now. If you're listening on a different day later in the week, we're recording this on Monday night,
Hey.
where we just experienced the Super Bowl last night. And Tom Brady, wow, 7 rings.
Champion.
Absolute GOAT.
True champion.
And so we thought, you know what? Let's record for 12 minutes.
12 minutes.
That's all we need.
This is going to be Fast
You
and
know?
Furious, to be
Yeah.
honest, but it's so worth it
Okay.
to
I love
honor
that.
the champ.
100%. Okay, guys, so yesterday, -9 degrees.
What
Freaking
is that
crazy.
about?
Negative
What is that?
9. What?
That's insane.
And all 3 of us were at church on Sunday. How
Were.
crazy is that? Still making it happen,
Yeah.
putting it on.
Hey.
Yeah. Pretty
Temperature can't
sure.
stop us.
I almost died.
Yeah.
And pretty sure Nelly told me my dog passed out at one point. Like it was like
thought you
went
said- I
outside
thought
and
you were
it was
about to
like
say passed away.
So yeah, no,
Oh,
he's still alive.
shoot.
But like couldn't feel his arms or legs and fell over in the snow. It's like, what is happening? So
That's
we
literally
live
crazy.
in Chicago, if
Yeah.
you're listening to this
Right.
podcast anywhere else, and it is very
Yeah.
cold here.
It
But
is.
because it's a 12-minute podcast, I'm going to talk really fast, and now we're only
I would
done in
imagine.
10 minutes.
I would imagine though that every teenager that at least is listening, and any teenager that we've ever had in
Yeah.
Champion Youth, was literally like on Sunday. They were like, "Man, I'm so glad I don't have to
Oh,
go to
yeah,
church
yeah.
today."
Yeah, like this
Right?
is the best feeling ever.
And,
My bed.
and in my mind, I'm just like, man, spoil the rotten kids. Get to enjoy church online. No, it's good. It's
a
good.
blessing.
But B, you actually said something yesterday when we were chatting about the temperature, and you were saying like your house, like you keep your house heat at 75-ish
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
or whatever.
Warm it up.
I know,
You know,
that's
because
pretty
you have
warm.
a really cold basement. That's why
Cold-
he was
cold
explaining
basement.
it to me.
Oh, yeah.
Judah
It made
lives in this
sense.
like cave area that I built him, and
you
it's
keep him in a
freezing
cave.
downstairs,
You keep
so-
Judah. You keep
Yeah,
your
yeah.
firstborn in a
Child
cave,
in a cave.
so that
Yes.
you're ready to sacrifice him when God tells you to. Exactly. Yeah.
Abraham.
And so you keep it at 75, and you said since it's -9 degrees, your house is literally working like what? What's the math of that? Like 80.
A lot.
Oh.
Like 86
85
degrees, 85
Higher.
degrees.
in order
Yeah,
to keep the
that's
temperature from
crazy.
-9 up to 75.
crazy.
And it's maintaining that, right?
That's wild.
And I was thinking, this is kind of an extended thought or out there, whatever, out of the box, is like, you know, our pastor always talks about being the thermostat, right?
Yeah.
And
like
like,
where
you
this is
know,
going. I
and
like
so
where
I
this
kind of
is
see
going.
it like when you're in an environment where it's really cold temperature, really low energy, people that are not on fire for God, that, you know, maybe are just having a bad day. Maybe they just are a hater, right? We all have experienced haters before, and they just bring down the energy, bring down the temp,
So
and
true.
they make it
I
super
hate that.
cold in the room because they're just mad, or they're upset, or they woke up on the wrong side of the bed, or they're jealous. There's so many things, so many factors that cause people to be cold,
Yeah, wow.
and you have to actually work to keep that heat temperature up for yourself and
Yeah.
for whatever you're doing. Or if you're a leader, let's say, you have to work so hard to keep that energy, that
Yeah.
temperature high,
Yeah.
so that what's being experienced in the room is at a good temperature rather than the hater temperature,
That's so
right?
cool.
And
Yeah.
so it's super important for anyone that's listening. You have to surround yourself with the right
people.
people.
Yeah.
That's
Like
so
if you are standing in a -9 degree temperature, like chances are you will not be able to thrive alone.
You're gonna
You
be
need
working
people.
so hard
Yeah, 100%.
to, like,
You need
get to that
people
level.
to be there with you
Yeah.
that are on that same level, that can like help you, support you, you know? And when you think about it, like there's like a saying that's like, friends don't let friends do blank, whatever, you know?
Drugs.
And like, exactly. A good, like friends, like we need actual friends, not for
Yeah.
clout, not
Yeah.
for popularity, not for Instagram followers,
Yeah.
but we need friends
good
that
to
are
me.
willing
It's awesome.
to protect each other from going down a path of loneliness, a path of like decreasing, like I don't even know how to describe what I'm trying to say, but you get it, right? Like we need those people that can call us out. It could be, hey, Ange, you have something in your teeth right now. Like
gosh,
a friend won't allow another friend to walk around with broccoli in their teeth.
Come on.
Like a friend
Please be that
shouldn't
friend to me.
allow another friend to do something that will get them in trouble, do something that's going to hurt them 10 years down the line, do something that's going to hurt them tomorrow, like all of that, all of the above. And so with the temperature that we've been experiencing these past couple days, I just had that thought, and I thought it was interesting.
So cool. Hey, you know what happened the other day? Actually, yesterday when it was 9 degrees.
Yeah.
Nellie called me and she's like,
-9.
she's like, the alarm's going off at the house, and I'm like, wait, what? And our alarm system, there's a freeze temperature thing at our house, and it was going off, and I got these calls coming in from Nellie, from the alarm company. They're like, your basement's freezing. And what happened was something caused this alarm to go off because it's cold in Judah's cave basement. But like to what you're saying, like how awesome was that we could pipe burst or before like water damage happened in the basement and this alarm goes off and we're able to address the issue, address the problem. And that's what the right friendships do. The wrong friendships are going to increase the problem. The right friendships, if you've ever heard this before, show me your friends and I'll show you your future.
That sounds
right?
familiar.
I mean, what are you thinking right now? You're the guest. I want to hear from you, Ange.
Oh my gosh. No, I'm just thinking about too, like with having the right friends, it's so important because you can't do it alone. Like if you have a group of friends that don't live like you, they are maybe living a different lifestyle, maybe aren't Christians, maybe whatever.
Yeah.
Like you have to work so hard to like stand your ground.
Right.
Like one illustration that I kind of remember Brandon doing back in the day when I was
Like 10 years ago.
Yeah, honestly, but I do think about it a lot, to be honest. Like in the I guess environment of high school and like friends, thinking about it. Like I was always so like optimistic and had the positive attitude. Like I can pull my friends up. Like I can totally like get them on like with the Lord. Like I can save them.
Yeah.
But Brandon always did this like illustration where you would stand up on a chair. And then, like, he'd be like, okay, I'm going to try to, like, pull you up with me, like, pull you up to my chair. And then it was really hard, but then he's like, okay, watch me pull you down. And he could pull you down really fast. So it's just important that, like, when you're surrounded with the right people, it's helpful so that you're not constantly being pulled down. Obviously, we can still make an influence on our friends, but you gotta have the close circle that will keep you strong.
And what's interesting about that is when you were a teenager, you used to bring so many teens to church. I loved it. It was like every youth pastor's dream, you know,
Wild
like
times.
someone that would bring friends to church. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But like when
I
you
was
were
like, this is the coolest thing ever.
when you were a teen though, it's like you're trying to do the right thing and bring people into your environment, and like we encourage that. But you have to be careful to realize, like, at what point are you being the influenced or are you being the influencer?
Right.
And ensuring that, I think you always did a pretty good job at remaining the influencer and bringing someone into your environment, not just going into their environment, you know, like being the missionary to your friends and like at what cost, what party you're going to, or what are you trying to stay cool, or you know what, you know, your language changes, or your clothes change, or your attitude changes because you're trying to be someone and you're allowing them to set the temperature in the right or wrong direction versus being that person who sets the temperature. And then on the other side of that, having people in your life that will help you set the right temperature. And I think that was one of the keys for you. Is I remember seeing you surround yourself with mentors and people ahead of you, friendships or family members that were older that would keep you in check, hold you accountable. And that is setting the temperature. I would think accountability is one of those things that sets the temperature. I've heard PGD say the ABCs, right, of accountability, right, that accountability breeds champions.
Nice.
And I would bet, in honor of the 12-minute podcast we're having right now that's almost over, so I should talk faster, Tom Brady probably has some accountability in his life to make sure that he's working out, doing what he needs to do. Like, been doing it 23 years, whatever. He's still at the grind to become a better version of himself, and that's accountability.
Yeah, and then there's never a such thing as like someone that doesn't need that. Like you don't get at a point in life where you don't need that anymore. Like we, all three of us, we would all admit we still need accountability. We need people that can
100%.
call us out, people that can encourage us, people that can impact us and influence us to make better decisions or whatever. You know, like we need that in our lives. And so anyone that's listening, you don't have to be Tom Brady, you don't have to be a pro athlete, you don't have to be a celebrity. You could just be an everyday person, but like having accountability is what makes you like go to the next level. Is like a community that can help you grow, so that you're not like trying to fan the flame of yourself for yourself, and that's it. And it's just you and God. Like you need leaders in your life. You need friends in your life. You need a pastor in your life. You need the word, like keeping you going, keeping you consistent. And that's what we're trying to do here on Mondays with this podcast is provide that so that it's like a safe space to hang, a fun place to, you know, just like let loose, let your hair down, and get inspired, get encouraged, get challenged since it's a cold season.
Yeah.
Literally and, you know, metaphorically, it's a cold season right now. We need that more than ever. And so that's what we're here for. That's what we're here to do.
So true.
And final words.
Final words. I was just gonna say too, you also like you have to seek it out. Like I feel like you guys have done an awesome job providing this opportunity for like teens, for everybody to get encouraged by this, but you gotta do it. Like you gotta listen to it. You gotta make the time. And it's so worth it because it's gonna make not only your day better, but it's gonna make you better at the end of the day. So I was just thinking accountability like has made me better by 100%. So
Yeah.
Love that. Let's become better, guys.
Yeah.
Come on.
And we encourage you, become a better version of yourself. And it's going to start with setting the temperature. And no better way to express that than on a freezing, freaking cold day. So when you set the temperature in your house, remember to set the temperature in your soul.
I love that. Set the temperature in your soul. Well, that's it, guys. That's 12 minutes in honor of the GOAT.
Come on.
This has been awesome. We love you. We'll see you next week.